I'm here to talk to you today about self-compassion. Whenever I teach classes as part of the Change to Compassion program, one of the first things that always comes up are people's hesitance towards being compassionate towards themselves. And so I'd like to talk today about some of the myths about self-compassion. When people think that self-compassion actually makes us weak, instead what the research actually shows is that self-compassion allows us to cope much better and to be resilient to get through the difficult experience. Some people think that the best way to motivate ourselves is through judgment and self-criticism. And I think we all can understand that that's a bit of a double-edged sword. Maybe it temporarily motivates us, but in the end, it really can make us feel less confident about our ability to handle something. So self-compassion actually allows us to, first of all, recognize that mistakes are a part of the learning process. And so rather than beating ourselves up for failing or making a mistake, we again recognize it's a human experience, and it gives us more space to be able to learn from the experience. Because we're not as afraid to make mistakes when we are compassionate with ourselves, it actually allows us to be willing to try things that are difficult, rather than only being cautious to try things at which we can be successful. And so that caution actually is what diminishes our motivation, not so much the compassion. When we are able to care for ourselves, it actually makes sure that we have resources to give. Because as the saying goes, you can't serve from an empty cup. So caring for ourselves helps us to care for others. It actually also helps us to recognize that when we are caring for others, it is really a process between two equals. Unlike pity, when we feel we're helping somebody else, but we would never have that experience, we recognize that maybe I'm not the one who needs the help right now, but I could someday. We all have experiences where we run into things that are difficult, disappointments, making mistakes, challenges in relationships. Self-compassion actually allows us to be able to respond to those feelings with kindness. And it actually helps us to remember that what we're experiencing is not our own personal little pity party, but a human experience that actually connects us to every other human. Self-compassion is really more about how are we relating to whatever is happening, whether it's something that feels good or whether it's something that creates discomfort. So self-compassion is something that we can lean into all the time. And again, connecting into that common humanity reminds us that we aren't alone and we're not also uniquely broken.